Archangel Michael says, someone entered your house spiritually at 3 a.m. Your life is in danger and you don't even know it. Open this immediately. You woke up without knowing why. The silence wrapped your soul in something uneasy. A shadow passed in your thoughts and you brushed it away, thinking it was just a dream. But that wasn't sleep pulling you into darkness. That was interference. Something touched your spirit, and the trace it left was not from this world. You forgot it the moment the sun rose, but heaven did not forget. You were being watched. You were being visited. And the visitor didn't knock. The visitor didn't ask for permission. It slipped into your space, into your very atmosphere, unseen but not unnoticed by the watchers above. Archangel Michael has been dispatched. The divine sword is drawn, not to bring fear, but to guard you from what you cannot see. He was there, by your side, at the very moment the veil thinned at 3 a.m. A spiritual breach. A curse sent, not by accident, not by random energy, but by someone who knows your name, someone who once smiled in your face. They used something of yours. A photo. A strand of hair. A small object that carried your frequency. They whispered something bitter into the night. They made a trade in the spiritual world, harm for favor. Your peace, in exchange for their success. And your health, the shift already began. Subtle at first. Tiredness in the morning. Loss of appetite. A fog in your mind you blamed on stress. A coldness at night no blanket could fix. These were not just random symptoms. Something was poured into the unseen well of your body. Something not meant to nourish, but to bind. A thread wound around your strength, pulling, draining, hiding. Finally, God is exposing what's been happening behind closed doors. This is about your health. Soon your health will no longer be able to hide the invisible hand behind it. You thought it was coincidence. The sudden arguments. The broken things in your house. The financial delay. The constant tension in the air when you're home. But nothing is coincidental when your name has been uttered in bitterness by someone whose soul has been twisted by envy. They knew what they were doing. They marked you. Spiritually. They saw the light in you, not with admiration, but with resentment. And instead of healing themselves, they chose to interfere with your path. There is a crack in the wall of your home, not physically, spiritually. A portal. A moment. A weakness in protection. It happened when you let your guard down, when you were most emotionally vulnerable. You left a door open, not knowing someone was spiritually watching. And they walked in, at 3 a.m., with the help of forces you don't even believe in. They stepped into your atmosphere, and you felt it as a heaviness on your chest. You called it insomnia. but Archangel Michael calls it an illegal entry. Heaven does not allow this without consequence. God says, "The time has come to reveal what's been hidden from you." This intrusion is not just about energy. It's about destiny. Your path was altered the moment that visit happened. Your clarity has been clouded since. Your choices have been influenced subtly, small redirections, delays, confusion, forgetfulness. You weren't lazy. You weren't unmotivated. You were spiritually disoriented. Because someone is tampering with the rhythm of your life. There's a bottle in your house you don't use often. A jar. A cup. Something you borrowed. Something gifted. It carries the residue of that intrusion. There's clothing in your space that holds a frequency that is not yours. Wash it. Clean it. Burn the letters. Return the borrowed things. Release what is not yours. Because the more these objects remain, the longer this force has permission to stay. Spiritual laws are being broken around you. And yet, heaven has not turned its eyes away. You are being surrounded now with a great shift in the spirit. The sound of chains breaking is echoing. You may have noticed strange dreams recently. Faces from the past. Doors closing. People you haven't seen in years appearing again in the night. It's not random. These are spiritual communications, warnings and memories meant to bring your awareness to something critical. Someone from your past is still trying to access your energy. They're not done with you. But God is. Heaven is. And now the judgment begins. Not on you, but on the one who keeps whispering your name in shadows. Look closely at what you've forgotten. A letter hidden. An object lost then found again in a strange place. A mirror cracking. A smell in the air that comes and goes. These are signs. Signals that the air around you is no longer neutral. The energy was tampered with. And if you stay silent, it will grow bolder. Speak now. Pray with the force of your soul. Cleanse your home with fire, with salt, with light, with prayer. Every corner. Every hidden drawer. You don't need to know who exactly, heaven already does. What you need now is obedience. There's someone who speaks to you kindly but carries your name in their mouth like a dagger when you're not around. Their words are honey to your face and venom to your destiny. They laughed with you while thinking about how easily you trust. They offered help and silently asked for your downfall in prayer. They won't come back to your house physically again. They don't need to. They've already entered spiritually. But that is ending now. Someone has been using your photo. Someone has been lighting candles not for your protection, but for your ruin. They watched your progress. They grew impatient. They thought, if you succeed, it will make them feel small. So they asked for a reversal. They went to someone spiritual, not divine, and they said, "Stop their light." But light cannot be stopped. It can be hidden, covered, delayed. But the light of the one marked by God, it always returns. Your chest pain, your sudden headaches, your stomach turning without cause, these are not just medical. Yes, care for your body. Yes, seek healing. But no, it's deeper. The body is speaking to what the spirit already knows. There is poison in the air around you, not literal, but energetic. And if you do not spiritually cleanse it, it will begin to manifest in ways medicine cannot explain. Archangel Michael stands over your bed now. You've been marked for restoration. But it must begin with your agreement. Tonight, you'll feel the shift. Don't be afraid. The dream will be intense. Someone will be revealed in that dream. Don't ignore it. Don't excuse it. Your spirit knows what your mind is too kind to admit. That person does not belong in your space. They never did. And now, their time is up. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because of a decision made in silence, behind your back. Someone you trusted is making moves with your name. They are signing papers, changing paths, sealing things in secret. And the sickness in your body? It's tied to their movement. Every time they act against you, your body reacts. Your spirit knows. And it's fighting back, through your dreams, your instincts, your restlessness. There is a woman. Her name keeps coming up. She's pretending she's helping you, but she's the one holding your name in the fire. Archangel Michael says her hands are not clean. She speaks peace, but her spirit screams jealousy. She saw something you had and decided it should be hers. She made a pact. She poured something out at 3 a.m., a spiritual hour of power. And the intention was not love. You've been asking, why do I feel off? Here is your answer. You were spiritually entered. Illegally. But heaven saw. And now heaven moves. Do not be afraid. Speak these words aloud. I revoke every spiritual access not authorized by God. I close every door left open in weakness. I seal my home in divine light. I reclaim my health, my strength, my clarity. Then wait. Watch. The shift will come in waves. Your healing is coming, but it won't look like you expect. It will start with a falling away. Certain people will stop calling. Things will go quiet. That is not abandonment, that is purification. Your circle must shrink so your spirit can expand. You can no longer carry what has been secretly draining you. There is power in release. The biggest goodbye is coming. This person is about to leave you, not with honesty, but with sabotage. They want to take more than just love. They want your favor, your essence. But it cannot be taken. What's truly yours is sealed in divine purpose. They will try. They will manipulate. They will lie. But heaven already wrote the ending. And you win. The next 5 days are crucial. Don't ignore the signs. Don't second-guess your dreams. Someone from the past is going to reach out. Be cautious. Their words will feel familiar, but their intention is rooted in need, not love. They want to tie you back down, to delay what's coming for you. Don't let nostalgia blind you to spiritual reality. Not every "I miss you" is safe. Soon your health will begin to restore. You'll feel the light return. Your appetite will shift. The fog will lift. But first, the spiritual contract made at 3 a.m. must be broken. Do not wait. Do not postpone. Cleanse. Speak. Pray. Burn. Remove. Let heaven witness your seriousness, and Archangel Michael will respond in full. You were never meant to carry this alone. Heaven has been speaking. Your angels have been nudging. But now they speak clearly: you were trespassed. Your health was targeted. Your home was entered. Your peace was stolen. But all of it is being restored. Piece by piece. Breath by breath. Prayer by prayer. Do not forget what you've read. This is not paranoia. This is prophecy. Your life was marked for interception, and heaven has stepped in. The shift begins tonight. You felt something press on your chest last week, didn't you? In the middle of the night. You couldn't move. You thought maybe it was a dream, maybe your body was just tired, maybe it was sleep paralysis, but your spirit knew the truth. That was the second time they came. After the first spiritual entry at 3 a.m., they came again, encouraged by how unaware you were. Encouraged by your silence. Encouraged by your delay to act. But they won't come a third time. Not now. Not after you've opened your eyes and started to remember what your spirit has always known. You were being tested by silence. By strange delays. You felt disconnected from God, like your prayers were bouncing off the ceiling, not because He turned away, but because someone put something between you and Him. Something spiritual. A blockage. Something that dimmed the fire inside you. That's why your prayers felt hollow. That's why you stopped hearing clearly. But heaven never stopped watching. And Archangel Michael never left your side. There is an object in your home that doesn't belong anymore. You know which one. Every time you see it, something stirs inside you, but you brush it off. Don't. That object is carrying residue. Energy. Someone else's intention. It might have been a gift, a souvenir, an item from a trip or a person you haven't seen in months. It no longer serves your peace. Remove it. Let it go. Because as long as it remains, it acts as a spiritual antenna, keeping you tied to something toxic, something foreign to your destiny. The person responsible for this is closer than you think. They know things they shouldn't know. They comment on things before they happen in your life. They text you at strange hours. They offer help when you didn't ask. It seems kind, but it always comes with strings. They've been using spiritual manipulation disguised as concern. You feel it, that heaviness after talking to them. That confusion after spending time with them. That's not emotional. That's spiritual exhaustion. And your body, oh, your body has been crying out. Every symptom is a signal. Every ache is a message. Your health has been whispering the truth your mind won't admit. Something is wrong, and it started suddenly. You were fine. Then something shifted. And no matter what you do, the energy lingers. You've tried everything, vitamins, sleep, distance. But nothing has worked, because this isn't just physical. This is spiritual first, and only when the spirit is cleansed will the body fully recover. They tried to shut your mouth spiritually. That's why your voice feels weaker some days. Why you start to speak, and then stop. Why it feels like your words aren't being heard. They tried to bind your throat, because your voice carries power. Revelation. They feared your voice. So they tried to mute you spiritually before you realized your own strength. But that chain is breaking now. And you'll feel it. A cracking in your chest. A lightness in your throat. A sudden urge to speak, to sing, to pray, to declare. Do not resist it. Let it rise. This person, the one who did this, they've done it before to others. You are not their first. But you are the first to be chosen for complete reversal. They've succeeded before. They've hidden their darkness behind beauty, behind charm, behind sorrow. But this time, heaven steps in. This time, Archangel Michael is speaking your name aloud in the courts of heaven. And the verdict is being written, and no more. This is not the season to wait. Every delay could cost something sacred. You must act. Immediately. Clear your space. Pray aloud over your bed. Lay hands on your doorways. Open your windows and command every spiritual force that was not sent by heaven to leave. Out loud. This is war, not against people, but against forces. Unseen forces. But they tremble when you awaken. They shatter when you speak. That dream you had about the snake? That was not random. It was prophetic. A serpent has been lingering around your destiny. Watching. Hissing. Trying to distract you. It came in through temptation, a person, an offer, a sudden open door that felt too good. But behind that door was a snare. A trap. They baited you with beauty, hoping to ensnare you in distraction. But your soul pulled away just in time. You thought you were just indecisive, but no. That was protection. That was God shielding you before the venom touched your path. Someone cried when you began to awaken, not with sadness, but with rage. They felt the disconnect. They knew they were losing access. You suddenly stopped responding. You started pulling away. You couldn't explain why, but your spirit knew. And now they're scrambling, trying to find another way in. Don't let them. This time, seal every crack. This time, shut every door. This time, cover your space with divine authority. There are 3 specific names you need to write down. You already know them. They've come up repeatedly. In dreams. In passing conversations. In strange synchronicities. These names are tied to your shift. One must be released. One must be confronted. One must be forgiven. Ask for divine discernment. You'll know which is which. And your health, yes, again, your health. There is something hiding in the left side of your body. You've felt it. A pressure. A twitch. A sensation that comes and goes. It's not just physical. It's spiritual resistance settling into flesh. But it can be reversed. There is a specific tea, a specific herb, your grandmother used to speak about. Find it. Use it. God works through natural things too. And while you drink, pray. Declare healing with every sip. This isn't superstition, this is spiritual alignment. The spiritual visit at 3 a.m. was their final attempt. After this, they will no longer have access. But the remnants must be cleared. You'll start noticing strange shifts after you cleanse, birds gathering near your home. Dreams filled with light. Children staring at you with wide eyes. Unexpected phone calls from people who were distant. All signs that heaven is opening what was closed. There will be a moment, within the next 2 days, where something breaks. Literally. A glass. A frame. A dish. Do not be afraid. That is the moment the spiritual contract is severed. Let it break. Don't cling. Don't cry. Rejoice. Because when that object shatters, the spell is undone. And soon, a financial reversal will follow. The blockage placed over your provision will lift. Money delayed will be released. Something you forgot you were owed will come back to you. But it all begins with obedience. Clean your space. Speak your authority. Trust the process. Don't wait for confirmation, you are the confirmation. The woman who keeps coming to mind, the one you haven't fully confronted, she knows. She knows you're awakening. And she's afraid. That's why she'll reach out soon. She'll pretend nothing happened. She'll offer something small, a meal, a conversation, a favor. Don't fall for it. That is the bait. Her access ends here. The line is drawn. Her name is being removed from your destiny. Don't rewrite it. This message isn't here by accident. You were meant to open it today. This is the day your clarity returns. This is the day heaven opens your sight. This is the moment the veil lifts. Every prayer you whispered through tears has gathered before the throne. Every moment you doubted if you were losing your mind, now answered. You are not crazy. You are not paranoid. You are not alone. You were spiritually entered, and now, spiritually covered. And the most important thing you must remember, God never abandoned you. He waited for this moment, for your permission to intervene. And now, everything changes.